What's up, guys? Blake Baker, the hardest working realtor in the Houston Bay Area here, eXp Realty, coming at you live from Southshore Harbor Marina in beautiful League City, Texas. And today I'm going to tell you about the best kept secret no one tells you about when moving to Houston. That is the Houston luxury waterfront market. Obviously here in South Shore, we're right on the water. We have some apartments, we have some homes surrounding the marina here, but we're going to loop around and show you all these areas, going from South Shore, wrapping around over through the Kemah area, over into the North Shore, and show you some homes on the water that range from 800,000 all the way up to 9 million, if you can believe that. That's what no one tells you about this area, so we're gonna check that out today. Let's go. So I think Southshore Harbor is an excellent place to start this video. This is located in the central area of South Shore and League City. It's surrounded by beautiful real estate. You're gonna have homes on Clear Lake proper. I call it the Big Lake. Right on Clear Lake. You're gonna have homes in the canal, all different price ranges. Southshore Harbor Resort is a huge staple of this community. Whether you wanna just come stay for a weekend, they have excellent hotel accommodations. They have a conference center. This is a wedding venue. They have it all. Not to mention, right across Marina Bay Drive from Southshore Harbor Resort is Southshore Harbor Country Club, where they have a 27-hole golf course. I've played it many times. Excellent golf. Southshore is an excellent neighborhood where you can buy homes right on the golf course if golf is your thing more so than boating. That's what makes League City such a great city. There's something for everybody to do, all different price ranges, all different styles. That's why I love it. Southshore Harbor Marina is a spot where you can keep your boat. They offer slips for all different sizes of boats, ranging from 20 foot, your normal fishing boat, all the way up to 50 plus feet. There's also a sales place in the harbor itself where you can buy and sell any type of boat you could ever imagine. So we're gonna start at Cypress Bay. This is a small development about 5 minutes down the road, down Marina Bay Drive from Southshore Harbor Resort. So these homes are canal frontage, which I think is an actual advantage because this is probably gonna save you on insurance costs because you're not water frontage on the big lake, you're up in the canal. If you're in the market to buy one of these homes, they're gonna range in the $1 to $2 million range, and most of these homes will come with a boathouse with a boat lift. There's some that don't, but if you're buying resale, most of these will have the boathouse with boat lift. And guys, take it from me, a former boat owner, a League City resident, if you're gonna own a boat, this is head over heels the way to go for boat ownership. And let me tell you why. Trailering your boat every time you go out versus just dropping it in the water from your boathouse, it's not even funny, the difference. Let me run you through a whole day of boating. You tell your friends to be at the boat ramp at 10 a.m., but you wake up at 7 a.m., you drive your truck to your storage unit where you pay $280 a month to keep your boat. You pull the boat to the boat ramp, everybody meets you there, you go have a fun day on the water. By the time you get done, you're exhausted, it's hot outside, and you're ready to just go chill. Problem is, you have to put the boat back on the trailer, pull the boat out of the water, double check everything about the boat, take the plug out. The good friends will go with you back to the storage unit to help you back the boat into the storage unit. Now, if you have a boat in a boathouse on a boat lift, you tell everybody to come over about 10. Y'all could even have a nice meal together and walk down to the boathouse at your leisure to drop the boat right in the water and be on the lake within 3 minutes. When you decide you've had enough fun for the day, you come back into the canal, you pick your boat right up out of the water. If you care about your boat, you're gonna spray it off and maybe wash it off a little bit, flush the motors, and that's it, you're done. Sorry for the rant, I'm just trying to give you the experience I had with my boat ownership. I'll probably never own another boat unless I live on the water. When leaving your home in Cypress Bay on the canal via boat, you could be at so many excellent restaurants, bars, right there on the water. You're gonna have Cabo across on the North Shore. You're gonna have Barge 295 on the North Shore. If you go east along the South Shore, there's gonna be several good spots like Schaefer's, Opus Ocean Grill, Little Outriggers, Galveston Bay Brewing, plenty of good spots to take the boat and go grab a bite to eat. If you wanna hit Galveston Bay for some fishing, you could be in the bay within, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes realistically because of the no wake zone between Clear Lake and the Kemah Bridge. That's gonna slow you down, obviously, but 10 to 15 minutes, you're in the bay. And I think one of the most convenient things about this neighborhood is there's actually a strip center right on Marina Bay as soon as you come out of the front of the neighborhood. In the strip center, you have all the goods. You have a Mexican restaurant, you have a sushi restaurant. Ladies, you have a nail place. Guys, you have a tee box, which is a virtual golf course where you and your buddies can go meet. You can play golf in the AC. Who wants to play in the 103 degree, 100% humidity Texas heat? I've done it. It's cool, but I'd rather be in the AC. And then you also have an Anytime Fitness and a Rush Cycle. So you could go eat, you could get your workout on, you could play, you could get your nails done, whatever you want, right here in the strip center. Next, we're gonna move up to the homes around Marina Del Soul. Marina Del Soul is a Marina, obviously. And these homes are cool because they offer a little more affordability, being sold between $600,000 and $800,000 historically. They don't come up for sale very often, but when they do, that's what they sell for. And the cool thing about these homes is that they are newer, they are right on the marina, and you can actually rent a boat slip. So if you don't own a boat, but you still want to be waterfront, this is a great option for you because of affordability. But if you do own a boat, like I said, you could rent a boat slip, you could walk downstairs, hop on your boat, you could be in Clear Lake immediately because the marina is on Clear Lake. You could be in Galveston Bay, and I would say 10 minutes or less. And as far as neighborhood amenities, this is going to be extremely similar to Cypress Bay because it's directly north. This section of land is kind of a peninsula, so this is directly north from Cypress Bay. So when you pop out onto Marina Bay, you're going to run into that same strip center that I just talked about. So as far as location, this is right up there with Cypress Bay. I can't recommend it enough. These homes are going to be more of a beach house style where you park under the house. They're on stilts, so you have a bottom story and then 2 stories above that. So they are going to be at a little different style from your typical single family residential home. But hey, I think it's super cool to hop up on that 3rd story. You could mix a drink, have a cup of coffee, and just enjoy the views of Clear Lake from a little bit of a height. Now for what I think is the premier waterfront location on Clear Lake, honestly, but in South Shore for sure. This is the estates at Marina Del Soul. If you're ever on the boat in Clear Lake, if you're ever eating at Sam's Boat and you look across the water there and you see these big houses on the water, these are the homes right here in the estates of Marina Del Soul where you look at them and say, man, if I could just have the house on the water, these are it, guys. These homes have a wide price range, ranging in sales from 1.2 million to actually one active listing right now at 5.5 million. And this home is like a museum. It's crazy. This here, along with some other stuff I'm going to talk about later in the video, is the kind of thing where I don't think out-of-towners realize that Houston offers this luxury waterfront market. I don't feel like people know about it because when people think Houston, I don't think waterfront comes up very often, but we have some of the most affordable waterfront real estate in the country. Again, if you drop your boat in the water from these homes, you could be at all these restaurants that I've talked about before, even quicker because you are waterfront on the big lake. And the other cool thing about this spot is that you see all the events on the lake. So you have Poker Run where everybody's racing cigarette boats up and down the lake all weekend. The 4th of July parades, the Christmas parades, all the community boating stuff, you have a front row seat literally right on the water. So as we travel east down Marina Bay, we're gonna hit Clear Lake Shores, which is actually its own incorporated township. This is a cool little community because this neighborhood is actually its own peninsula. And when you turn left off of Marina Bay, traveling east on Marina Bay, when you turn left into Clear Lake Shores, you're going to be hit with so many options as far as restaurants, bars. It's just a cool little area. You have Aspens, you have Schaefer's, you have little Outriggers, you have Jackie's Brick House is actually across Marina Bay. You have Galveston Bay Brewing, which is a new brewery that just came in. The options are endless, guys. And this is the coolest little community because this is what you would call a golf cart community. Honestly, I see more people driving golf carts than vehicles. And this is just that type of community, close-knit, quiet, all different sizes, all different price ranges of homes. You can be waterfront, you could be in the interior, you could be 800 square foot, you could be 5,000 square foot. There's so many different options in this neighborhood. And this is actually one of the oldest neighborhoods in this entire area. During the 20s, this was a fish camp for Houstonians to come down and camp and fish and hang out. And then people eventually said, hey, let's move down here, started building homes. So there is some old real estate in here, but there's also some very new real estate. Most of the water frontage in this neighborhood is going to be in the marina or on the no wake zone that leads from Clear Lake into Kemah. So from the time you drop your boat in the water, you could be in Galveston Bay within 5 minutes. As we keep going east down Marina Bay Drive, we're going to dead end into 146. If you take a left on 146, you're going to hit the Kemah boardwalk area. This is a huge attraction for the city of Houston. If you're a Houston resident, you've heard of this place, you've probably been here. There's amazing restaurants, there's a theme park, and there's also a little historic district where there's some really old restaurants that I'll be 35 this year. I've been going to these restaurants my entire life. They have a cool little bar district if you want to go grab a drink and enjoy the nightlife. Some of these restaurants right on the water in the channel include Aquarium, Cadillac Bar and Grill, Joe's Crab Shack, Bubba Gump Shrimp, and there's actually a Saltgrass Steakhouse on the water, which is pretty cool. Just south of the boardwalk, you have a sweet little bar district. You're going to have all the bars to enjoy the nightlife, like Voodoo Hut, Scallywag, Baca's Tavern, Palapas, Kipro's, several more you're just going to have to go see for yourself. Because other than going into downtown Houston proper, this is going to be the best spot to enjoy the nightlife. So as we travel north on 146, we will hit NASA Parkway, which, yes, obviously it's named after NASA because the Johnson Space Center is on NASA Parkway. Imagine that. But as you come down NASA, you're going to hit a couple of the bars that I mentioned earlier: Cabo, Barge 295, Volcano Room, more nightlife. These places also have, Cabo has actually great food. They have a steak night. Sometimes you have Seabrook Classic Cafe, a couple other breakfast spots. This is a great area for food. But if you're on a boat and you cross under NASA Parkway, you're gonna venture over into Taylor Lake. This is where the highest price points in this whole area are. Like I said before, I think the premier waterfront properties on Clear Lake are going to be Southshore, just because they are right on the big lake. But Taylor Lake has more of an old money feel. And honestly, the average size per home, I would say, is quite a bit higher than the South Shore area. You're not going to see the smaller 2,000 to 3,000 square foot waterfront stuff. And I mean, you can see for yourself via this drone footage, absolutely incredible homes. And the price points on this lake can get crazy. There's actually 2 listings right now that are listed at $8 million and nearly $9 million. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to go into those, because I think if you're going to want to be waterfront and you want a little bit of affordability, I think my favorite neighborhood on Taylor Lake, without a doubt, is going to be Seabrook Island. The homes on Seabrook Island are going to be a lot like Cypress Bay. They're just a little bit older, being built in the early 2000s. Again, most of these homes, if you buy resale, are going to have a boat house with a boat lift. Again, you could drop your boat right in the water. You could be back in Clear Lake within, I would say, 10 minutes, back to all the bars, restaurants. And if you want to go to Galveston Bay, I would say it's more like a 20 to 25 minute boat ride if you're leaving the house and going through the no wake zone in Kemah. But still better than trailering your boat. Homes on Seabrook Island right now are selling between $1 and $2 million. For the last 6 months, I've kept an eye on this neighborhood. There's been a couple homes for sale at any given time, just like there is right now. And the only negative about this neighborhood is its location slightly, just because if you're going to try to get to the Kemah Entertainment District area boardwalk, you're going to have to go through your neighborhood, up to Red Bluff, over to 146, down 146, into Kemah. It's not quite as accessible, but that may be something you want. You may want a little more privacy, which this definitely offers. And if you have to work downtown, if you're going to commute, this could actually be a little better, because you could hop on 146, go north, hop over to 225, 610. You could be downtown in a fair amount of time. I don't think you would want to go all the way over to the Gulf Freeway, just because there's not really a quick way to get there. You could hop right on 146. That'd be your quickest way for sure. Keep in mind, all these neighborhoods in League City, Seabrook, Kemah, you're going to be within 20 minutes of an international airport, guys. Hobby Airport is right up the Gulf Freeway, and you're also about 30 minutes, depending on traffic, from downtown, the Galleria, everything the big city can offer, the entertainment, the restaurants. And this area is absolutely exploding. They just widened 146. They put a new bridge all the way over Kemah. You feel like you're flying over Kemah, and if you could have seen this place in the early 2000s and going back through the years, it looks completely different than it did. We have 99 Grand Parkway coming in through the south, which all new developments are going to be going in down there. I'm selling a couple of these right as we speak. And if you don't want to be on the waterfront, there's so much new construction going on, guys, in this area. The builders are doing everything they can to get buyers into these homes. They're offering crazy interest rate incentives. They're offering to help you pay your closing costs. I had a client get $40,000 in assistance buying a $450,000 home. That's insane. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, email me at blake@blakebaker.net. Follow me on all socials. Instagram is @BlakeBakerRealEstate. Same for TikTok. Don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe on this channel. That helps the YouTube channel grow. Which, why else are we doing this thing, man? Spread some love. I appreciate you watching. We'll talk to you next time.